I got questions, okay? And I always got questions. Who are you when nobody needs anything from you? And that's like a serious question. Seriously, I want to know. When nobody needs you to fix something, who are you? When nobody needs you to answer a question, who are you? Nobody needs you to lead. When nobody needs you to pray, who are you? When nobody needs you to be that strong individual. When nobody needs you to be somebody's wife, somebody's mama, coach, minister, boss, employee, or a caregiver, who are you? Because if you take away everything you do you still know who you are? Mhm, mhm. Told you I got questions. Can we have a little heart to heart tonight? Please and thank you. Huh?
Why be somebody else when I can be me? Why be somebody else when I can be me? You're already taken, cause I'm in the making. Cause I'ma be me, I'ma be me, I'ma be me, yes sir. I'm so good at being good. There it is.
Hey, Hollow Squad. I want to welcome you to the Hear My Heart show. But we're doing things just a little differently over here, okay? Around here, just for a moment in time for this next series. It's just going to be me and you and a little heart to heart, okay? That's what we're going to have. Now, I may pull up another chair from time to time because y'all know I love my VIPs, all right? But right now, I feel uh, really led to directly talk to the people, just a little heart to heart, just me and you. Okay, no guests for me to introduce. No tons of questions. I know I said I got tons of questions. I always got questions. But I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of questions and um people sitting in front of me right now, okay? I ain't got no story for me to pull out of somebody else. I'm not doing that in the now. It's just mine, okay? Well, some of mine. Now, don't get too excited, okay? Because boundaries still do live here, praise the Lord. But I realized something. I've been doing this for a little while now, and for years, you've watched me ask people to open up their hearts, right? Right on this show, we end up opening up everybody else's heart and we get the chance to hear their heart, right? And I just think that it's time I let you hear a little bit more of mine. How about that? Okay. So if we're going to start anywhere, let's start here. Who are you without the titles? Mhm. Now hear me. I absolutely love my titles. I do. I'm a wife. I love it. I love being a wife. I'm also a mother. I love being a mommy. I'm a honey. Yeah, and I absolutely love my boys. And I can't deny. I'm a coach. Yeah, I definitely am. I'm a minister. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. Man, I got a whole bunch of titles. I'm a business owner. Yeah. I'm even a host because this is where we're talking on here, right? I got a bunch of titles and I'm honored to carry all of those titles. I promise you I am. And if you hear any buzzing or knocking at all, we're doing a little bit of renovations around here. So if you hear some of that, that's all that is. But I'm gonna say that it's not about, pretending that those titles don't matter. I promise you it's not about that because they do, right? And some of them I actually prayed for, some of them I've worked for, and some of them God actually trusted me with. Some of them, I ain't gonna even hold you, they came with people I love attached to them. And the problem isn't having the titles. No, it's not, sisters and brothers. The problem is when you can't find yourself underneath them, right? Because the titles, they answer, what do you do? That's what they do. They don't necessarily answer, who are you? And sometimes life, it gets so full of responsibilities that we stop noticing that there is a difference between it, right? So it's Tiffany. Hmm. Now, I had to think about that question. I had to think about that for myself. Who is Tiffany if you take away the golden microphone? Okay. I'm still that Seattle girl with some Southern charm who just loves Jesus. I'm the girl that I'm going to say I love to absolutely curl up on the couch on a Saturday. I love Saturday mornings, right? Because I get the opportunity to watch rom-coms, right? And God knows that's just me. That's just the type of girl that I am. I like a rom-com. I've probably already figured it out already also within the first 12 minutes of the movie that I'm getting ready to watch, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to watch him, right? I love smiling. You'll probably see me do that the majority of the show, or if you've been following me, you see I'm always trying to show my teeth, right? And I really, really, really love uh, to be the reason somebody else smiles. I will tell you also, Amazon and Burlington probably know me a little too well, and my husband definitely can attest to that because he put me on restriction for a little while from Amazon and Burlington. As I say, Amazon, Burlington, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, all of them are one store. So if I happen to say, "Hey, I wanna go," he automatically knows they all go into one. I love being at home. I can't lie to you. I am a homebody. I love my husband. You'll forever hear me talk about that man. I absolutely love him. I love my family. I can be silly. That's just a part of me. That's a side of me that I had to neglect for some reason earlier in life, but I learned to embrace it because it's a part of me. Now, I will say I can be quiet, and yes, contrary to what some of y'all believe, I do know how to be quiet, okay? But I'm gonna say don't ask Kenny for verification, okay? Nevertheless, come on, come on, come on. Let me move on because here goes that silly side of me getting ready to come out, and I ain't gonna allow that for too long. But I love encouraging people. That's not because the people's cheerleader is a brand. No, sir, no, ma'am. The brand came from something that I was already doing because it was already in me. It's just me. That's the difference. Before there was a title for it, it was just Tiffany. And that's what I don't ever, ever, ever want to lose is Tiffany. Okay. Um, and that's kind of where it gets tricky at, right? You can become so good at being what everybody needs that you stop checking in with yourself. The mama. What happens when the kids are all grown up? Leader in you. What happens when you're no longer in charge? What about the employee? What happens if the company eliminates your position? Caregiver. What happens when there's nobody left to care for? Hey, pastor, what happens when you're not preaching? What about the wife? What happens when your spouse is somewhere minding their own business and nobody needs you to be Mrs. Anything? Who are you? Because roles change, assignments change, careers change, children grow up. Platforms, they can come and go. And if your entire identity is attached to an assignment, every transaction will feel like an identity crisis. And that's dangerous, sisters and brothers. I promise you it is, because you'll start holding on to things God may be telling you to release simply because you don't know who you'll be without them. You hear me? You don't know who you will be without them. And there's somebody's little lighthearted heart to heart right there. That little nugget is somebody's heart to heart right there. Now, one of the things that I love about Jesus is that before he performed all the miracles people would know him for, before Calvary, before the crowds, and for before all the multitudes and all the people following him everywhere, his baptism, the Father said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I'm well pleased." Mm, was identity before public accomplishment. He didn't say, "This is my son," because look at everything that he's done. Look at all that he's produced. Look at all his accomplishments. His identity wasn't established by the applause of the people. Neither is yours. Before you accomplish another thing, before you help another person, before you earn another title, before you become somebody else, before somebody puts another set of letters behind your name, or you might get married and they put a few letters in front of your name. You belong to God. I need you to understand that. I want you to start there, that you belong to God. Sometimes, sisters and brothers, we hide behind good titles. And here's another little heart check for you right now, okay? Sometimes titles give us somewhere to hide. Uh-oh. I'm a mom, right? That's what we'll throw out there. Okay, but what do you enjoy? My children are my life. I hear you. But what do you enjoy? I'm a wife. Beautiful. What makes you laugh? I'm in ministry. Wonderful. What does Tiffany like when missionary evangelist Tiffany ain't on assignment? See? Mhm. Those aren't disrespectful questions that I'm asking. No, they're not. They're necessary questions, because God created a whole person before you ever stepped into those roles. And taking care of that person doesn't dishonor the people you serve. You actually give them a healthier version of you. That's exactly what happens. Okay. And I'm gonna have to put a pause for for just a moment. And I'm gonna have to say, I need you to help me. Because if this conversation already right now is making you think, don't just sit there and look at me, sisters and brothers. I need you to holler. Okay. Put put "I'm still here" in the comments, please, and thank you. And then hit that like button while you're down there, please. Not just because I want a bunch of likes. No, ma'am. No, sir. When you like, comment, and you participate, you're telling the algorithm out there that, hey, 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 this conversation is worth putting in front of somebody else. Okay. And that's how this is built. That's how we build this community around here. That's how somebody who has been mama for 30 years and suddenly doesn't know what to do with themselves, because now their children are all grown up and they out the house and they don't know. That's how they know how to find us, because of your participation. That's how the person who lost the job that became their entire identity, that's how they find us. Yeah, that's how somebody who spent their whole life being everything to everybody else hears, "You're still in there. You matter. Pay attention to you." So Throw a holler in the comment section, please, and thank you, because we're building this neighborhood together. It's not just me out here all by myself. Okay. Thank you. I need to get back to this because I'm not trying to hold and trouble your patience for the remainder of the night. Okay. I just want to get in and get out. And again, it's a heart to heart. But if I'm going to give you a heart to heart, I got to give it to you the way Tiffany gives it to you. I got to give you my heart, and you get a chance to take the ride because this is the extra me. Okay. This is all me. You need to get to know you again too. Okay. Maybe you don't know how to answer those questions yet, and that's okay. Don't manufacture some deep answers because Coach Tiffany asked you a question, okay, on the U of the tubes. Start small. What do you enjoy? Mhm. Think about that. What makes you laugh? Could you answer that honestly? What is something that gives you peace? What did you love before life got so busy for you? What was it that you loved? What matters to you when nobody is applauding you? What are your values? What does God say about you that has absolutely nothing to do with what's on your resume? And here's a good one. I personally believe that this is a good one. You ready for this? What would still be true about you if everything you currently do changed tomorrow? Now, I'm just going to let that sit here. You can cue the Jeopardy music if you so desire to. But that's where I want you to sit. Sit in that for a minute, please, and thank you. And I'm going to ask that question again. What is it that you would do? What is it that would still be true about you if everything you currently do changed tomorrow? Because I don't want you to wake up one day and realize everybody knows what you do, but you don't know who you are. Can I tell you a Tiffany truth? hmm Come on, lean in a little bit. Just a lean in a little bit. And this is something I'm going to tell you that I'm learning more and more. I don't have to choose between my titles and Tiffany. I don't. The goal isn't for me to strip myself of everything that I've become. It's to make sure I never abandon the woman underneath it. Because Coach Tiffany needs Tiffany healthy. Minister Tiffany needs Tiffany to be grounded. Speaker Tiffany needs Tiffany authentic. Okay. Mrs. Wilkins, needs Tiffany whole. And everybody who receives from me benefits when I remember who I am. And the same is true for you. Your family doesn't need you to disappear in your role. Your calling doesn't require you to erase yourself. And God did not create you just to become useful to everybody else. So here's your heart check for this week, sisters and brothers. Who are you when nobody needs anything from you? Not what you do, not who you're connected to, not what you have accomplished. Who are you? And if that question makes you uncomfortable, guess what? Good. Don't run from it. Spend some time there. Get acquainted, or I should say, get reacquainted with that. Okay. And here's what I want you to carry with you. Your titles describe your assignments, they don't define your identity. You were somebody before the title, and you'll still be somebody if the titles change. And if the person underneath all of it, they're still worth knowing. Okay. So, Holla Squad, this is just a little heart to heart. And that's going to be me and you for just a little moment in time. Okay. That's what I want to do. I just want to have these little heart to hearts just with me and you. I think they're beneficial. We're going to be talking about the stuff that's underneath the stuff. Hey, we need to talk about what the identity is. I'm always going to talk about faith and setting boundaries, clear boundaries. Okay. Forgiveness is real. We're always going to talk about forgiveness and relationships and purpose, and probably a few other things that I haven't even realized the Lord is going to make me talk about yet. Jesus, Jesus, I'm going to ask you to please be kind. Okay. Please be nice to me. And if this heart to heart made you think about yourself, or if it made you think about yourself differently, I should say, send this to somebody that you love, okay? And before you leave, put I'm still here in the comments because I want to know who's taking this journey with me. Subscribe if you're new because we're just getting started over here, sisters and brothers, okay? Here you are heard, you are healed, and you are here on purpose. And as always, if you feel it, holla. Grace and peace, y'all.